It's the odd to Newfoundland. Ghostly greetings from your host, Jonathan.
31 days of Halloween.
Just being a mere ghost isn't good enough for the Odd Newfoundland. You've got to be a celebrity ghost to get my attention. Let's talk about some of my favorites. How about Karen Carpenter? Jim Henson Company studio complex on La Brea Avenue in Hollywood used to be the home of A&M Records. One of the label's most successful acts, Karen Carpenter, singer and drummer for the band The Carpenters, kept an office there. Carpenter died of heart failure caused by anorexia at age 32 and 83, but her ghost is said to haunt the Henson lot. In the mid-80s, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers settled into studio number 2, the Carpenters' favorite spot to record. A lot of takes were ruined by buzzing noses and funky equipment, and the bandmates and members were told by staff that Karen's ghost was displeased in taking it out on them. Petty was told to place a crystal inside a studio wall to appease Carpenter into ending her interference, and apparently it worked. The Henson complex also houses a soundstage with some adjacent dressing rooms, which is where Henson employees say they've seen a very strange-looking woman bearing a strong resemblance to Carpenter appear and, of course, disappear. What about John Belushi's ghost? Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi were best friends and Saturday Night Live castmates, and Aykroyd wrote the part for Peter Venkman in Ghostbusters for Belushi. After Belushi died of a drug overdose in 1982 at age 33, Bill Murray stepped into that role. But as a tribute to his deceased friend, Aykroyd asked Ghostbusters special effects artist Steve Johnson to design and build Slimer, the chaotic, slovenly, voraciously hungry green ghost in Belushi's image. While the cocaine Johnson snorted off a headshot of Belushi at the same time he started work may have played a factor in what came next, Johnson says he was visited by the actor's spirit. John Belushi's ghost came to me and had to help me out, Johnson said. Belushi reportedly offered his opinions, posed for sketches, and then told the artist to stop doing cocaine because it's gonna kill you, Slimer. Okay. Moving on up. Blonde bombshell she is. Marilyn Monroe's ghost, the quintessential bombshell ghost. She died at 32 in 1962 in her home in Brentwood, Los Angeles, after an overdose of sleeping pills. Looming large over Hollywood in death as in life, reports have been made ever since of her ghost popping up around town. She's been seen walking around the house where she died, sitting on a bench near the Santa Monica Pier and at the Roosevelt Hotel, both on the dance floor and in the mirror of her favorite suite, 246. Here's one that's near and dear to my heart because my wife loved her. Amy Winehouse, the English neo-soul singer Amy Winehouse, died of acute alcohol poisoning at age 27, July 2011. Reportedly, Winehouse's ghost immediately started haunting the apartment in London occupied by her close friend Pete Doherty, lead singer of the rock band The Libertines. Doherty repeatedly saw Winehouse's spirit around the house, and it kind of spooked him. November 2011, he moved out of that apartment and resettled in Paris, like you would. And last but certainly not least, Jim Morrison. Jim Morrison, frontman of 1960s psychedelic rock band The Doors, died of drug-related heart failure in his Paris apartment in 1971. Morrison's body was interred at the local Père Lachaise Cemetery, which became a tourist attraction and hangout spot for hardcore Morrison fans, one of whom claims to have photographed the singer's ghost standing by his grave in 1997. Morrison spent most of his life in Los Angeles, and that's evidently where his ghost went to. There were numerous reports of his long-haired spirit hanging out in the bathroom of the now-defunct Mexico restaurant Y Barra, a restaurant built on the spot where the Doors recording studio once stood. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Well, if you do, it should be possible to have celebrity ghosts, right? I hope you don't become a celebrity ghost, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next episode, installment of 2023's Odd Newfoundland Paranormal Podcasts, 31 Days of Halloween. God, that's a mouthful. Maybe I should shorten it. Just come back tomorrow, will ya? I don't want to be haunting this place alone. Take care, guys.
Attention all Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn radio listeners. The Odd to Newfoundland Paranormal Podcast brings you the best in East Coast esoterica on the first of every month. Together, we can keep it growing by sharing the show on social media, subscribing to the show wherever you may be listening to it from, and by leaving feedback about your favorite episodes. John certainly needs a friend like you to help make his dreams come true, minus the alien abduction dreams. That is not cool at all. The Odd to Newfoundland Paranormal Podcast. Always available, always free, always odd.